Hey y'all, so after hearing this crazy allegation that's out about Jay-Z now, I was scrolling through TikTok and then somehow I stumbled across the Disturbia, like a snippet of the video. So I watched it and I was like, oh, this is sick, the video. Especially with the things that are coming out now, the video is scary to say the least. So I'm going to respond and react to the lyrics now because I'm not so advanced in the whole copyright thing at this point in time. All right. But let's just get into it. So it starts like, bum bum be dum bum bum be dum bum. What is wrong with me? Why do I feel like this? I'm going crazy now. Allegedly, they were spiking beverages. And I would think that if someone's beverage was spiked, that in their mind of like, what's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this? And what if this is so sinister? I'm not saying that it is, but what if this is what happened to her? Perhaps what if she was spiked and she said, what is wrong with me? Why do I feel like this? And then they turned it into a song. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just saying we really don't know, because this is some sick stuff that's coming out. And this video is so disturbing because they're in tunnels. There's like little kid beds, it looked like to me, in the background. She's tied up. She's saying she was something slipped in something, and then she's in a cage. It's really, really, really disturbing, and it makes me wonder, were we really dancing and having a good time to a song about trauma and child predators? It's something I'm considering now. All right, so no more gas in the ring, can't even get it started. So what does that mean? Does that mean that like you couldn't perform because you were so tired? I don't know. Nothing heard, nothing said, can't even speak about it because perhaps this is about someone who's trapped and they can't even speak on what they are actually experiencing every day. And I think at this point, that video started making me cry at the end because it looked like she was also like dancing in a shipping container at one point, and it was just too much. It was too much for me. And I really hope that I'm wrong. I really do. And I have a feeling now that if Rihanna were to come out about her experiences and her story, it would be sad. Hopefully not. And I don't know anything. I'm not even making any allegations. I'm just reading these lyrics, and based on these allegations that are coming out, I'm just hypothesizing that perhaps this might be, but I don't know any of this to be fact. I don't know any of this. I'm just saying the lyrics are pretty unsettling, to say the least. All right. So out of my life, out of my head. Don't want to think about it. Feels like I'm going insane. That's so sad. That sounds like someone whose mind is not correct. They don't want to think about what they're experiencing. And then it's a thief in the night to come and grab you, to creep up inside you and consume you. A disease of the mind. It can control you. It's too close for comfort. And in this scene in the video, she's like tied up and there's fire. It's just so insane. And to think that we were all just like partying to it when we thinking of all these things that are coming out now, it's like it wasn't even hidden in plain sight. It was in our effing faces. And like, why would they make that as a music video? Was it because the powers that be or were planned this out long ago and we're like, okay, these are going to be paper trails for when we expose these people? So like, who's playing this? Is it the good guys, quote unquote, or the bad guys, quote unquote, who is directing this play right now? Were these people set up from Jump Street to be the fall guys for this? Or was this done because she was trying to tell her story, or someone was trying to tell her story. We don't know, but it's interesting how it's all happening, to say the least. All right. Put put your brake put on your brake lights. We're in the city of wonder. Ain't gotta play nice. Watch out, you might just go under. Better think twice. Your train of thought will be altered. Um, so if you falter, so if you must falter, be wise. Your mind's in Disturbia. It's like the darkness in the night. And then she goes into the next thing. Faded pictures on the wall. It's like they talking to me. That's like I'm being haunted now, and you can't really see what's going on because they're faded. You're faded. That's what it sounds like. Um, Disconnecting all calls. So maybe this person who they're singing about wasn't allowed to use their phone. They're not able to call and ask for help. I don't know. Maybe this is what they're saying. I gotta get out or figure this stuff out. It's too close for comfort. And then she goes back into a thief of the night. Like this is scary. This is scary. Okay, here we go. Then when she goes, and I'm just like kind of skipping through to the things that are kind of different. So then she says, release me from this curse. I'm trying to maintain, but I'm struggling. That's when I bust a tear when I was watching it, because I truthfully, on everything, I hope that none of this is happening. I really hope that there's not some weirdos who are creating these celebrities from children that they're preying on. I really, really hope that that's not the case. But it's starting to seem like there's a lot more sinister things going on than I could have ever even thought of in a million bajillion years. So I am thoroughly like just shocked and appalled, and I really feel like we're just scratching the surface, unfortunately. And I'm really hoping that I'm wrong. Okay? And I'm not saying any of this is fact. It just came across my timeline, and the Disturbia music video looks way different now, considering that allegedly they're saying that they do have tunnels connecting to different people's houses. And there was that girl who said that Hefner allegedly used to come and violate her because he would come through her floor, and people thought she was crazy, but maybe her house was connected to one of those tunnels. So it's pretty sick. And then like in this part, release me from this curse I'm in, she's chained up, like doing these weird body moves. Like oh my gosh, this is so sick. And if these people were profiting off of this in more ways than one, I don't even know what to say. Like, it would be crazy to think that this song, hopefully not, but what if this song is the experience of people who they are being brutalized and disturbed, and then they're being posted out for the world to fawn over, and we're dancing and they're crying out for help. We're dancing to their music, singing these cool songs, not even knowing that we are dancing to someone's trauma. That's crazy. That's so crazy. And I don't even know what to say. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. And though I don't know if I'm wrong or not, because this is all still new. But one thing about it, and two things for sure, if you go back and watch the Disturbia music video now, after all of these allegations and all of this stuff is starting to come out, it's going to be a lot more unsettling. And it makes me just wonder, how sinister does this really go? We only know people's representatives. We don't know these people for real. We know the company and the conglomerate that has been created around this person's alleged persona. We really don't know what's happening behind closed doors. We really have no idea. And I think that it seems like there have been a lot of people who have been victimized by the system of Hollywood and whatever else is going on out there and in our communities. And if we find out, I think that would be so heartbreaking if we find out that these people have been slaves, perhaps, to their whatever would put someone in this type of situation, and then they were forced to make music about it. And can you imagine, I don't want to even say that, but like, can you imagine having to, and I'm not saying that this is what happened, I'm just saying I'm just putting a question out there, but could you imagine how horrible it must feel to be someone who's having a certain experience, like someone who is stuck in a cage and is a person that's being, brutalized in different ways through these different tunnel systems, and then being forced to make a song about it? That's some evil, sinister stuff. But if half of the things that are coming out are even halfway true, I wouldn't put it past people to do that. And I really hope that that is not the case. But I would be interested, and I'm going to have my ears to the ground to see if Rihanna ever does come out and say what she experienced. I think that she has such a powerful voice that it would really make waves. And also, to someone, like, they might say, oh, well, this person has footage of them. At some point, if that is the case, like, people will understand. Look at what happened with Cassie, like, people will understand. They could put out anything, any video of Cassie, and people will understand because she was clearly a victim. So I just hope that more people that are prominent, if these things are true, I hope that some people start coming out, and be darned what footage someone has. We don't care about that. I'm telling you right now, as someone who would be seeing it, we don't care about if they tried to compromise you, and because if you were brutalized and you were scared and you compromised yourself because you were dealing with people that seemed to be above the law and could get away with crazy things, and you were terrified, we're not going to judge you for coming out and sharing your story at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, and everything in between. But also, if this is true, I could also understand why someone wouldn't. And people, like, if these are things that were happening behind closed doors, that's so traumatic. I would just also want those people to have the time to just heal and not have to have this publicized. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's so crazy. I don't even know what to say or do. I'm shocked. I'm appalled. I feel so just weird about this whole thing. I've never watched a music video and looked at it in this way before, but honestly, like, with all these things coming out, when I watched the Disturbia video, it hit so much differently now with all of these allegations. And I'd be saying, like, that's how I feel about that Yummy Yummy video, but the first time I saw that, I was already like, what is going on here? But this song, Disturbia, and then now Jay-Z is being accused of being a weirdo as well, and now we're looking at this song Disturbia. Something just don't seem right, and I hope that I'm wrong. And I'm not even accusing, I'm not saying so it wouldn't be right or wrong, because I'm just putting out a hypothetical thing out here. I'm not saying any of this is true or not, because I don't know. But I think it's okay to ask the question, all things considered. So, Lord, man, here I am thinking that this whole next level life was going to be different. I could tell you, I was not expecting aliens and child predators to be on the docket. But I think, like I said in the last video, I think that it's only going to be worse. I think that more stuff is going to come out. I think that the populace, everyone on the planet is going to be shocked, appalled, and really disgusted behind what's going to come out. I believe now that there are some very, very sinister, evil people out there who had a lot of power, and perhaps things are changing. But I'm not going to hold my breath, because it could be that things really are changing and the people are making moves and trying to get these people to be held accountable for the nonsense that they did. Or it could be that some force planned it out years and years and years ago and said, okay, we're going to prop these particular people up. We're going to get them to do these things. And then we're going to put all the attention on them so that we can continue doing what we're doing undetected. So I don't know, but this is sick. And I feel so horrible for the victims. And it seems like there was probably a lot of them. And I'm hoping that that's not the case. But I'm telling you, in this video, when I seen, it looked like she was in a shipping container. And then she was tied up in a cage and all this kind of stuff with guards. It's sick and it's scary. And I really hope that this is not her experience. But if it is, and if it was, I hope that she will have the courage to come forward and share her story, and hopefully help to get these MFers locked the F up. Because even though, like, these celebrities, people, like, maybe they feel powerless, because I don't know what it's like to be a celebrity, to be on that other side of the coin. Maybe there's like some real crazy power dynamics going on there. But if they can come together and really like expose and tell their stories, and I think it would be crazy. But it seems like perhaps there's a force doing it. But like I said, I'm not holding my breath, because it could just be a huge psyop to get us all doing something. I don't effing know. But this is some crazy stuff. And now the aliens is doing stuff. So what is happening, you know? And this is 2024. So what is 2025 going to look like? What in the entire heck is going on? Okay? A lot of weird stuff, a lot of good stuff, and a lot of stuff in between.